I was super nervous when I got my S2000 because I haven't driven a manual car for 10 years. The circumstances forced me to adapt, so I learned it the hard way also. It wasn't so easy for me, but it's really practice makes perfect.
Hello, everybody! Hi, my name is Jester. I have 3 Harleys. One of them is Boster 48. The other one is Softail Slim S. And the last one in the family is a Road King.
Hi everyone, my name is Jessica. Right now I'm riding a BMW GSA Rally 1200 and I have a scooter for daily commuting.
Hi, my name is Li Ting and I drive a BMW 135.
Hi, my name is Sivian. I drive a 1998 Honda Prelude BB8. My company car is L2SG.
Hi, my name is Esther. I'm currently driving a BMW M135 5-door.
Hi, my name is Rin and I'm driving a Honda S2000.
Harley was like a dream for me all this while. I passed by the Harley shop at Dhaka and then I saw a Sportster 48 sitting on a display, and it was love at first sight for me. 10 years later, I would say, then I decided to go for it, to take my Class 2B, Class 2A and Class 2. So riding is like a wind therapy to me. Try riding in the middle of the night, like say 3 a.m. I tell you, it's a breeze. You will love it.
Okay, for me, I ride since 1991 until now. It's about 30 years. I got my first bike even before I got my license. I was being naughty. Back then, I went to off-road. Last time, the Tua Pek Kong, temple. There's a man-made off-road. That's where I learned how to ride. I crashed, I fell, 2 years later, then I got my official license. For me, I like to ride across the border because you can explore more places. Then you get to meet a lot of bikers from Malaysia and Thailand.
I've been driving for about 2 years plus. I decided to get my license because I really work in a place where 鬼都不要去的地方. And because traveling there really sucks, so I decided to go and get my license and start driving. Subsequently, I got introduced to this JDM series kind of car and got myself a little bit more interested in that, and eventually I met my current second boyfriend, which is my Prelude.
My liking for cars started when I was very young. So basically when my dad was driving on the road, I always looked out of the car window and then I would try and spot different car brands. It started from there, then slowly it grew to me identifying different cars, different brands, different models. So I think that's where my passion or interest for cars started from. When I first started driving, my friends around me would be like, Li Ting, I think you better don't drive lah, don't ruin the car, you're a hazard on the road. I think you just take cab better, these kind of things. But all these judgments didn't stop me from continuing to drive because I feel like the car is a safe space for me. So at the end of the day or before I start my day, I actually like to sit in the car, listen to my music and use my phone.
At 19 years old, that's when I first met my first car, FN2R. It was more like a love at first sight. I decided to get it as my first car. It eventually grew on the passion for hatchback cars lah. I think they're just very fat and cute. For the E30 that I drove here today belongs to my boyfriend Jackson. This car, it made us even more bonded because we spent a lot of time finding exclusive parts from eBay. The car culture really connects people. For the other episode in ZHNGTV, there's this guest called Dominic. He was telling us that he used to be the ex-owner and he loved how the car looks like now. It really connects people. It's always enjoyable to me lah. It's not like a hassle or it's like a burden.
It has always been my childhood dream to take my license at the age of 18. The S2000 was my second car. I was super nervous when I got my S2000 because I haven't driven a manual car for 10 years. I am a very particular person when it comes to looking after my car. I will take the extra mile to park much higher up, like the highest deck in the car park or far away so that there will be no cars beside me. There was once on the road, it's a merging lane, so there is this very big truck. I was actually in front, but then he kept inching. I was driving my Sirocco back then, so I was in front and he still went ahead and he brushed my rear. The minute he came down, the first thing he said to me was, I thought you're a guy, the way you drive. I think that was very judgy, like just because I was a bit more garang in that sense. I was angry, I questioned him, I asked him, what do you mean? And I told him I'm right in front first, you shouldn't have just squeezed in together with me, especially when you're the bigger one. And he said that I didn't expect that you would squeeze in with me.
Chinese New Year Eve, so I was driving home. There's this guy, he just cut in front of me. I don't usually horn people, I just high beam him. I think he got this valve exhaust, then he just kept, just keep reffing in front of me. Yeah, it's very annoying when we were at the traffic light. Just wind down the window, then he just start screaming all the like Hokkien private parts at me, like just scold my mother, scold my father. Then I just like, 够了嘛, like it's Chinese New Year Eve, like don't bring this kind of suiness into the next year lah. Somehow got into an agreement that to stop quarreling with each other. Then we still wish each other like, you know, happy Chinese New Year before we go. Yeah.
You know when you exit Cane Hill and then you're turning to Orchard Gateway, there's this like 3-lane turn and then there's one that's going straight. So I was on the most right lane that can turn. So when I turn right, this Audi cut into my lane and then bang into my car. So I stopped the car, I came down right, and then the guy came down, he started scolding me. You don't know what you're doing, or you know you cannot turn here on this lane. So I told him like, it's your fault lah, because you banged me from the back and you are like in my lane. I felt like maybe there was it's something to do with gender. Back then I was driving a Mini Cooper, so I think there's a typical stereotype like, oh, Mini Cooper is like a girl's car, girls drive this car because it's very small. I think when he saw me, he was like, okay lah, this girl can bully.
I don't think for myself, I really experienced a lot of harassment. Maybe when I was still having my P plate, you know, when you try and signal to cut lanes, they definitely won't let you go in, that kind of thing. That is normal in this very toxic culture in Singapore. So yeah, actually every day I really have a lot of experience with bad taxi drivers. Maybe I just attract them, or maybe they just like to cut me. That portion I think I cannot justify lah, but okay lah, for me, I do road rage quite a bit lah. I'm not saying that I'm a super good driver or what. So there's a saying like, if you are not angry on the road, you're probably the one that is causing other people to be angry. I mean, you just do your job lah, you just get from one point to another. So just get there quickly lah. And if you are slow, you just go to a slower lane lor.
So far it has been positive, but I try not to have like too much of the eye contact, because they give you like really weird look, like, you know, like from top to toe and just staring at you. I felt a bit uneasy. Yeah, a bit loud on the road.
Especially how you wear.
Yeah.
For those driver that stopped beside me during the traffic light, you know, at the junction there, they ask, hey, how much is your bike?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how much? You're good. You can handle your bike. Your bike is so huge.
They are more of like a wow than a he, you know.
If a male driver driving, then they have a bad experience with another driver nearby, confirm they will say, confirm female driver. If they see not female driver, then okay lor, not female driver. Then if it's a female driver, then they will say, wow, see, female driver. For me personally, yes lah, I mean occasionally I will see maybe aunties or what.
It's quite rare sight for a female rider on the road. Even while learning in driving center, you don't see many female rider inside.
I did experience other people saying, hey, is that your father's car, or things like this. I also very shocked, like why people say that.
A local influencer, Naomi, she bought like Huracan. People comment like, oh, you're pregnant, like why you want to buy a car? What you gonna do with the car so fast? Then like you're pregnant, baby is gonna share and stuff like that. Like, what the fuck?
I feel very like kena stereotype lor, like why a girl cannot drive manual car. What are the odds, you know, like Rin or me myself that drive a manual car? Doesn't mean that all guys you should drive manual car or all girls should drive auto car.
Where I work, although it's a male-dominated place, but there's also a lot of females that actually went through a lot of vehicular training, and we actually have a lot of very good female drivers around. I think this is really an idea that was set like many years ago. Nowadays, generation has changed. Females are taking a lot more different roles in the society. Actually, if you look at Japan, they actually have very good female drivers that go competitive.
Today in 2021, our president is female. Clearly, we are moving towards a more modern society and gender equality is becoming a thing. So I don't know why like there's still this mindset on the road.
I think this is really a built-in kind of concept that people have generated over time, and they just couldn't let go, I guess.
I'm sure like all of us have our different dreams and goals. My goal is to like be able to buy a Huracan one day through my own means, and it will be pink. I feel like as long as you have a dream, stay focused, keep your mind to it, and you will achieve it one day lah.
For all beginners, there's always a fear, but once you get a bit more used to it already, everybody is the same.
It's really practice makes perfect. Just do it. Don't be scared to make mistakes. Trust me that with time, right, with practice, you will really be better.
Cars nowadays, there's so much like technology and there's a lot of like driving aids to help you park. So sometimes you're not even near the curb, the thing is really beeping. So just try, you know. It's not a gender thing. It's more of a skill thing. So just practice. Practice makes perfect.
The moment when you hit the road, nobody is different one. Everybody is exposed to same amount of risk.
But people always say that, you know, girls have very bad taste in cars. Don't let anybody define a good mod or a bad mod. As long as you please yourself, that's all about it.
Girls, if they like two wheels, go for it. And parents, come on man, which era already? If they want to ride, let them do it. It's their life, man. Don't stop them from doing things that they love.
You know, maybe because nobody gave them this kind of encouragement and then they didn't dare to take that step out and then they just believe what other people think about them.
If you are capable of getting your license, just make sure when you're on the road, just be extra careful. There's nothing to worry about. Just try your best.
For guys, maybe you can be less judgy and really encourage your partner or your girlfriends around you. Just encourage, you know, like not all female drivers are bad.
Don't let anybody tell you that 你不可以 because 你可以.
Thank you for watching another very special episode of ZHNGTV. We hope you enjoyed this video. Do remember to check out our channel as we have more contents like this. Do comment, like and subscribe as we will be posting contents like this in the future. We hope to see you soon and stay safe on the roads.